Okay. Wait, Jamaica, what are we talking about? Uh-oh. Oh. The SCV's not gonna escape. Sorry if this feels a little lackluster. I don't have as much to say on TVT. Also kind of loud. I think it's the good boys back on gas. Okay, good old 3 factory vulture from Discovery. And the same from ManShark. It's a little delayed. Yeah, this is tower. You want to hop on and like actually cast it while I just ops?
Rid, would you like to use this opportunity to teach me TVT?
I don't have anything to teach in terms of TVT, dude. I was getting lessons from Jamaican earlier.
All right, Noob Tier, how about you? Let's talk about some TVT, huh?
Sure. TVT, God's matchup, greatest thing ever in StarCraft. You know, everybody loves it.
Hold on, let me write this down. Make sure I got it all.
It's all about getting to the center of the map, the firstest with the mostest.
I think I've heard you say that, actually.
I know.
Yeah, it sounds so simple when you put it like that. Yeah.
I know. Sounds simple, but very hard to implement in practice. So we got 8 vultures coming from Discovery. What does ManShark got?
More
vultures?
vultures?
More.
10,
We got 10. All right.
Yeah, so this is the part that I'm...
This could be bad.
Well, especially good targeting, it looks like by ManShark, maybe? A little bit of high ground? Oh, maybe not. It's hard to tell.
Well, and we're going to have defender advantage because we're in our base as long as we're producing constantly.
Oh, bring in those other vultures.
Oh, wow, we're going to actually... Yeah, we need to bring those vultures in.
So, what, roughly even trade, all things considered?
Yeah, I'd say so. That could have gone really badly for Discovery, though, so kind of lucked out that we didn't have the rallied vultures come over. So, this phase game, yeah, it's Vulture Wars. Spam vultures until somebody decides to quit making vultures, and then you kind of go from there.
Yeah, I never really know what to do. I kind of just hope I win with the initial 3-fact speed vultures, and if that doesn't work, like in this case, right, where they're camped in their nat with their own vultures, what's the play then? Is that when you start transitioning to tanks?
You know, for me, it goes one of two ways. Either it doesn't work and I don't want to play a 40-minute game, and so I just say GG and leave. Or if I feel like I've traded pretty well and I think it's an even factory count, I'll try to start sprinkling in a tank or two. Just because it's going to have better ability to fight the vultures, and then I'm going to use that to push out and try and get my third.
Okay, makes sense.
Got mines. Yeah, so Discovery's got more vultures in this, but the tank is going to help balance this out. Discovery supply looks pretty good, though, comparatively.
We had mines, but good pullback from ManShark preemptively. But
good pullback, but we're still going to get in. What's the HP on the tank?
Soon to be 0, maybe.
But we just zoned down.
Oh, don't look back in.
Oh, no! Oh, wow, 7 HP.
If he doesn't... How much damage does a single tank shot do, or a vulture shot do to a tank? Could he have just right-clicked it and killed it?
At 7 HP, probably. I don't actually know what the exact damage is, but it's pretty limited. You need a lot of vultures to take tanks on.
Oh, and now he's repairing, which is
Yeah, that's good.
Good.
Yeah, repairing the
Yeah.
tank is good.
I think
Yeah, honestly,
Are we done with this phase? We can't just do this anymore as red, right? Leave this many vultures.
yeah, as Discovery, you don't want to just keep throwing these vultures away. I mean, he doesn't know it, but he's got a pretty good lead, honestly, from a supply perspective.
Right.
They've both got plenty of minerals to spare, and so here you've got mines. To me, it's go lay mines, kind of set up a mine contain. Again, go take your third, and kind of set up for the next phase.
Is ManShark getting an academy? You need to, right? With mines outside your base? Yeah, there we go.
Yes, yes, you want an academy. You can push out. You just have to be very, very slow with it, and it can still go very wrong for you if you are a little unlucky.
I see.
Let's just go trying to get the mine. Okay, we got the tank.
It's rough. Do we have more? We should. Oh, we went Goliath and
Goliaths.
Oh, we can't just walk out like this, can we?
Ooh.
Oh no, it's gonna.
Ooh.
Oh my god. ManShark, please.
Okay, Discovery's got his third CC just finished. And we're going Starport. Got extra factories on both sides.
Those Goliaths are like.
We're gonna go. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say those Goliaths are like standing on a landmine. Like they can't lift up their foot or they're gonna get blown up. There's so many mines around them.
Now this looks pretty good for Discovery. We're actually double expanding, it looks like. We're going to take the mineral only, and we're going to take a fourth base that has a gas. And then
Oh, wow.
depending on if we're researching siege, we might even get a little bit of a contain setup on the high ground. So we've got a window here where we could put up a pretty dominant position pretty quickly here.
Yeah, that's a lot of bases, and he's already jumping up to 7 facts. ManShark could get trapped in his own base here, but he doesn't have many tanks here. Is the thing. Discovery doesn't just yet, so maybe there's a world where we can do something about this. But
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
We should have our scanners up, and so we should be able to kind of start working our way out a little bit. And so, if we can get up on the high ground, we can kind of prevent ourselves getting contained. But then the problem is just you're down in the base camp pretty significantly.
Oh my god!
No!
Oh what?
Ooh.
Oh, did we target it down?
got it.
Okay.
We got it. We got it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh!
Oh my god. No.
No!
No. Well, we got out, but at what cost?
Yeah, that was pretty painful. Doesn't look like this will do very much.
That Marine somehow killed the Vulture. I mean, it had help,
Mine
but
too.
yeah.
So we didn't get contained, but we're still in not a great spot from a perspective of we've got 4 base for Discovery versus still just 2 base for ManShark.
Yeah, is this game? I mean, I think ManShark has taken enough of a forward position that he's not going to get contained. But even so, Discovery can just set up like right past the halfway point and still take the dominant position, right, with these tanks.
Absolutely. Where he is right now, he could start setting up a siege line and really just kind of force ManShark to come to him and trade potentially and efficiently. So really, we don't even necessarily have to do this here. It may still work out just because we're able to get so much pumped out.
Okay,
But, we don't have to do that.
Yeah, and it actually ended up kind of costing us. I think the blue tank should fire first even, so yeah.
Yep.
Bit of a throw, but I think maybe we are just in such a forward position that we can afford to take this almost like take these poor trades and just set ourselves up. But yeah, I think the safer play is just to sit back and choke them out, right? Take a dominant position. Oh.
Gas is very important in TBT. Oftentimes you'll hear people say that you honestly want to take your third base as a gas versus the mineral only. Now, if you don't have the option, mineral only is better than nothing. But yeah, from Discovery's perspective, he just needs to kind of keep him stuck in his corner and just take the rest of the map, and the game will be his.
Yeah. So how Is mineral only still worth it as a fourth? Because in this case, it was a third, but it's almost a fourth because he double expanded. Like, would you rather try to go up north and take one of those bases, or are you okay for now just taking this mineral only?
You can take the mineral only as a fourth, but eventually, yeah, you want to get as many bases on your side. Typically, if it's a really even game and you go towards split map, kind of the deciding factor becomes, does somebody get ahead in the base count? The Baron that gets ahead in the base count kind of gets the advantage of, again, forcing the other side to do something, right? We've either got to go drop ship or we've got to make a mass break somewhere. We have to do something to try and equalize that base count. So it kind of gives you almost a defender advantage as the person with the additional bases to kind of make them, again, come into you. And if you can catch what they're doing and counter it, it's really strong.
Right. That makes sense. And he did get +1 armor, interestingly, which is relatively uncommon in this matchup, right?
You know, my guess is we didn't have our science facility up. I actually will do 1-1. I do know a lot of people will just go 2-0. I actually don't know the answer to that, whether or not it's worth getting armor. I may just autopilot it because that's what I do everywhere else.
Yeah, that
It
makes
can
sense.
help
And
versus
honestly,
the Wraiths or like SCVs, but it's normally negligible.
I figure. And at our level, like we're probably going to be floating enough money, most of us, that it's not a big deal. You just spend the money on the armor.
Yes.
Tank a bit of extra, like you said, Wraith or even Vulture damage.
Okay, now this is good by ManShark. We're trying to kind of get a little bit of a window to go out and try and get our gas here. There's a Vulture here that stops it. Now back in Discovery Space, I did see it looked like we had 3 ports going. Do we have an add-on on that science facility? No, it doesn't look like it. So this means we're probably just going to go either dropships or probably Wraith, since 2 of those don't have control towers on them.
Well, even for dropships, you need control towers, right? So
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Wraith?
Without that, that means he's probably just pumping Wraiths out of all 3.
Yeah. These Wraiths are being annoying from ManShark.
Yes.
How do Wraiths trade with Goliaths? I know the answer is probably very poorly, but is there a number? Like, can 3 kill a Goliath, or can 2 even just kill a Goliath? Do you know?
Yeah, I think if you take upgrades out of the equation, somewhere in the 3 to 5 range probably can do it. 3's probably not enough, but 4 or 5 can, but you're going to lose 1 or 2, I would guess. Now, if you get up to a full control group and you micro roll, and it's just 1 or 2 Goliaths, can you do it? Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
In my experience, though, the advantage of the Wraith is the ability to knock out the tanks. Because if you can get a strong lead in the tank count, everything else doesn't really matter at that point.
yeah. I was thinking in that particular
What
situation,
happened
like,
here?
oh, was there a
We missed
drop?
something. Maybe.
Or was there maybe a tank sieged outside the base?
I'm not sure. We're going to lose that control tower, though, if we don't repair it. Yeah, see, you're right here.
Yeah, so this is what I was kind of wondering previously, is when is it worth it to just target down the Goliaths and then clean up the tanks versus when do you have to run away?
Yeah, and you can see there, even with just 2 Goliaths firing, and there is a cloaked Wraith, but it's really hard to get efficiency. You really want to try and use these to, 1, try and poke tanks if you can, and then also give you kind of that advantage in sightline for your own tanks.
And even Wraiths kill Wraiths really fast.
Yes, Wraiths are very paper.
Okay, +2 is big, which makes it much harder to break out now, right?
Yeah, Discovery's, again, just in a very good spot. We've got the upgrade advantage. We have a really good supply lead. This game should be pretty close to being done. Relatively quick game from TVT standards.
Yeah. Discovery's even taking a 5th. ManShark hasn't been able to quite break out and take that 2nd.
Yeah, we never were able to really get out of that kind of contain that we got set up on. Again, I think at the beginning, ManShark's 3 factories were a little slower than Discovery's, and so usually if you have a mirror build, if one is slower by a decent amount, it can be the difference maker. And GG's called.
Yeah, it's interesting because I thought ManShark took some pretty decent trades with those early vultures. I guess he did maybe
Yes.
lose a few, but yeah. What do you think was the point that really turned this game?
When we pushed out to take the high ground, to break that contain, we took several mine hits that cost us several units. I think that might have been kind of a critical point in the game, because if you keep those tanks and Goliaths, probably have an opportunity to get your third set up, maybe even prevent from getting that tank line established by Discovery. Maybe you can even get a gas third. So taking those mine hits really hurts.
Yeah, yeah, that sounds about right. Those mine hits were painful, but on this map, I would think the gas third is much easier to take with that forward base, even if it's. I don't think it's particularly a lot of gas, right? But that forward position is much easier to sort of centralize. I would think outside of your natural, take that third, and maybe even take the fourth behind your main, and I guess defend from a more central position. What do you think?
No, I would agree with that. Taking your third is a little easier. Splitting this map can be a little wonky depending on the spawn positions. Um, Something else that's going to be interesting is, and every three-player map is this way, but if we think about kind of how the map works, Discovery should actually have an easier time dropping the main base, because he can kind of just follow along that bottom path and just go straight up into the base.
Right. And that also sort of negates what I was saying about taking that base behind your main. It's going to be very hard for ManShark to do that in this position.
Yep,
So
exactly.
it's going to have to go up.
Yeah, you're going to want to go upwards.
So in this case, do you think as your fourth you would take that mineral base, or you would try to stretch to that high ground top left base?
Probably depends on the game state. If you're able to get a decent tank line, to where you don't have to worry about just constant vulture run by getting in there, anytime you can get gas, it's better, right? The tank is one of the best units in the Terran arsenal. BCs are really good if you want to do wraiths or dropships. All of these take gas, right? So the more gas you have, the better.
Yeah, one thing I have a hard time getting a feel for personally is the point at which you start making dropships. Is it just, okay, I have a stable line, like he's not going to break in with a frontal attack, and vice versa? Is that the point you think where you usually start getting some dropships?
Yeah, I think high level how I kind of think about this matchup is it's kind of a phase. Or the matchup kind of goes in phases. The first phase is, are you going Vulture Wars, or is there some kind of build advantage disadvantage between what everybody's doing? And usually that's going to stabilize into either somebody wins the Vulture War, or again you end up with kind of your siege tank line that gets set up. As the siege tank line gets set up, that's kind of where you kind of just start deciding, do you want to transition? Again, if you hit a point where you think you have the ability to kind of stabilize and get a dropship or two out, you can, but you don't have to. And so there's not like a clear timing window where, say, at 10 minutes I need to have dropships going. It just kind of depends on the state of the game and whether you're ahead or behind.
I see. Good factory timing from ManShark. Oh, that was the factory. Okay.
Pretty even, though. Got a lone SCV sitting up at the top.
Abji wants a proxy starport.
That would be fun. Okay, we're going to come in here, it looks like, see what's going on.
So both players get the scout off, right? Did Discovery get inside, man? Well, he got inside now.
We did at least see the factory.
Hold on, did ManShark not take off gas?
He did not.
Is that... Oh. So I don't know if he... I don't think he saw the second factory. He maybe would have seen the SCVs on gas, but I don't know if he did. So it's a possibility he sees this and thinks it's just normal factory expand.
Yep, and since he lost the scouting SCV, he's not going to be able to tell there is no CC going up.
Yeah. It's funny, maybe he would have had more information if he stayed outside the base in this particular case.
Yeah, the advice I was always given is you really do not want to sacrifice the SCV running in just to see a factory. You really want to wait to see, does the CC go down by 330? If you do not see that CC, that's usually a huge indicator you've got something going on. 2 factory, 1 factory starport, something a little squirrely.
Gotta get the add-on. There it is. So, but if you're doing this, don't you want to be pumping Marines?
Depends on what he wants to do. This could be 2 add-on Vulture. This could be... Oh, okay, we canceled.
Oh, okay. So
Okay,
2
so-
add-on Vulture, is that just like you get mines and speed very fast? And
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
you do immediate speed and mines. And the idea is if you get in and they have expanded, you might be able to set mines, you might be able to get in and kill SCVs. And then usually, I think you go at about 6 to 8 vultures. You're still banking a lot of gas on the back end. And so depending on how that phase goes, you can always just throw mines and then go into siege tanks instead of a contain.
okay, so sort of a sort of similar to 3-fact Vulture, but just less essentially.
Not as committed to the Vulture War aspect of it. Now, the downside with that, because you go double add-on, is it takes longer, right? Because you have both add-ons. That's time that could be making Vultures. You've got to wait for both those upgrades to finish. I think it's kind of an older build, but if you're not looking for it, it can still be deadly.
This doesn't seem to be working though.
Yeah, tanks trade very well with Vultures, especially if we don't have mines.
And it seems like we don't.
Yep,
Oh,
we gotta
he's
pull the
got them around
boys.
though.
Now, SCVs can do pretty good. Oh,
But there's nothing here from Red to even
Yep.
trigger the mines. It's all CV Vulture.
yeah, the mines. Now, it can allow ManShark again to start trying to work on setting up that contain if he's got siege mode coming behind this.
Yeah, are we
Let's see.
spinning? Something
We're
is
not
done.
spinning on
Oh,
the
it would be
machine.
mines.
Yep.
So he got mines and he doesn't have anything else yet.
I'm kind of curious. Okay, let's see.
At this
Do
point, you
here.
can just right-click down, right?
Yeah, this isn't enough for ManShark. I don't know if we quit producing to move into something else, or...
I saw his factories blinking. It looks like maybe 2
Yes.
vultures are coming, but it's too late now.
Yeah, usually when you do this, you want to get 2 or 3 tanks and go for siege and try to, again, set that contain up. So I don't know, maybe we forgot to make siege or wanted to do something else with it.
Well,
Not sure.
it also wasn't necessarily what you'd expect, right? Because he only went 1 add-on.
Yeah, you can do 1 add-on. I just, when he did the 2 to start, I thought maybe we were doing something else. Yeah, this might be it. We've got vultures in the base now. We're gonna get some SCV kills. We don't have our expansion. Yep. GG.
Yeah, GG. Yeah, well, I always say TVT can end all of a sudden very quickly. That's what everyone always says about TVT.